Welcome back. Welcome back. It is chapter 3, lesson 3. Today, we're going to be estimating decimal sums and differences. It's going to be very similar to what we did last class, but in this one, we're going to start to introduce decimals. And I know that some of you are freaking out that we're going to be dealing with decimals, but I want you to have do you know what that is? A smiley face. Maybe a frown face for now. But I want to turn it into a smiley face because we're going to slowly introduce decimals, but still go along the same lines of what we did last lesson. All right, let's review. Do you remember what a sum is? Great. Do you remember what a difference is? Great. That's all we need to know. And everything else, we're going to learn as we go along. All right, if we took some examples such as this. Do you remember what these decimals are? Can you name these decimals similar to the last chapter that we were doing that named them? So this is the tenths place, hundredths, thousandths place. So this is 295 thousandths. This is 196 thousandths. This is 301 thousandths. If we could just ignore this side, let's take out the zeros and the decimals and ones. What would you round these to? What would you round these to? Okay, would you say that you would round this to 300? Would you round this to what? 200? Perfect. And you would round this to what? 300 as well. And how did you know that? Well, I'm going to guess that you took a look at the 2 and you took a look at the one beside it and you said, well, I'm going to round that one up. And you took a look at this one and you said, I'm going to round that one up, and these two, you're going to round down. Okay, we do have to add this and not forget that this is still a decimal. Now, how do we keep these numbers the same though? Okay, I'm going to start moving this over. Hopefully I can move the whole thing over. There we go, just like that. What we can do now is keep these numbers the same, and we're just going to add a new thing. So what is this number again? This one right here. This is 295 thousandths. And we're going to round it to 300, you guessed it, thousandths. I'm not going to fit. Thousandths. And this would be 200 thousandths. That looks like an S, and that is 300 thousandths. And that's what we're going to do. Now, if I were to ask you, can I move all of them at the same time? No, I cannot. Okay, let me just do it this way. If I were to ask you to add and find the sum of these decimals right here, 295 thousandths, 196 thousandths, 301 thousandths. I bet it would be pretty difficult to do it, even if you had a scratch piece of paper. However, if we estimated and rounded to this, could I now ask you to do mental math and tell me what the sum would be if you estimated 300 thousandths, 200 thousandths, and 300 thousandths? Press pause and try and figure that out. Did you come up with 800 thousandths? I'm not going to write thousandths. 8 thousandths? Well, if you did, you got it correct. And that's all that you're going to be doing in this lesson. You're going to be rounding to the nearest, thousandths, hundredths, tenth. And the easiest way to do it is to not just make all this disappear, everything on the left side. You're not going to make all this just disappear. You're just going to rewrite it in its word form. So 295 thousandths can just be 300 thousandths. if it is easier for you to leave the, let me erase all this, actually. Okay, since we don't need this anymore, I'm going to erase this, okay. Let's go back to 0.295. If it is easier for you to estimate it in this way, that's still the same. However, I think the word form is the easiest way to do it. If you have any questions, again, you can always come to class early and let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. See you later.